Welcome along to my EFL podcast. It's called the Extra Time Podcast, and it's going to be something new to my channel. So basically what we're going to be doing is discussing all topics really in the EFL, discussing what we think about certain things that have happened, and discussing plenty of scores, results, and major news in the EFL. So we had a good talking point today. Richie Williams got the permanent job at Oldham after signing a 2-year contract today after a good point last night in their game last night. And to be fair, he's earned that. I think he's come in, done a good job there. Fended off a lot of interest from Clarence Seydel, from Paul Scholes, who both put their names forward for the job. However, the board have stuck with Richie Williams. I think they deserve that, really. I think results have proved that he's doing very well at the moment. Big wins at Portsmouth, big wins against Peterborough as well, and they're looking like a solid team. I think they also they beat Blackburn as well on Saturday, and it was good to get a point on last night as well. So it's a good appointment for them. So moving on, we're going to run through some of the scores. Obviously, Oldham drew away at Bradford last night, so that's a good point for them there. So just quickly looking through some of the other scorelines. A bit of a short scoreline was Wigan. They drew against Gillingham. Good point for Gillingham there against the Wigan side who are expected to go and beat them there. And it's a tough one for Wigan. I think if they want to go up this season, these are the teams they have to beat. They're sitting top of the. Don't think they're sitting second now on the table because obviously Shrewsbury won. We'll get on to them in a minute, but the way Wigan are playing at the moment, they're playing with plenty of confidence, and I did expect them to go there and win last night. However, they didn't. Good point for Gillingham. Unbeaten with a new manager in charge, caretaker charge. Obviously, won at Peterborough Saturday, got a good point against Wigan. 2 games they'd have probably looked at and expected to lose before going into the 2 games, but it's 4 points from these 2 tough fixtures, and it's looking good for them. Obviously, going down into League One, Oxford Charlton was a good draw. 2 sides looking to stake a playoff claim this season. Early playoff clash as well. So Tariq Fosu again got another goal. He's playing great for Charlton this season, and it's a good point for both teams really, who was really looking to consolidate their playoff position and basically try and get to the Championship, really. So moving, obviously Blackburn drew with Plymouth as well. It was a good result for Plymouth, against a Blackburn side who've not made Ewood part of the fortress that many expected it to be this season. And it's a bit of a surprise, really, because they've got some fantastic group of players down there, but it's just not clicked, really. I heard a couple of Blackburn fans asking for maybe Tony Mowbray to go, and maybe Simon Grayson is touted for the next manager, although he's at Sunderland at the moment, and I think if he turns their fortunes around there's no way really that he's gonna leave Sunderland really to go to Blackburn. But if he were to leave, I think he'd be the right man for the job. Did a good job at Preston last season, and took them up from League One to the Championship and consolidated them, and gave Alex all the foundations to work upon and build something better than what Grayson did anyway. So moving down, obviously, Shrewsbury, big win against Bristol Rovers 4-0. And the question is for Shrewsbury, how long can they keep this unbeaten run going for? They've been playing some great stuff under Paul Hurst, unbeaten throughout the whole season, only unbeaten team in the EFL to still remain unbeaten this season. And a 4-0 win over a decent Bristol Rovers side who haven't really hit the high notes this season. It's fantastic for Shrewsbury. I mean, they could do a Huddersfield this season, defy all the odds and not getting promoted. And it would be really good to see that, because it would be really good to see that, to be fair, because it's just a fantastic club there that's been run. And Paul Hurst has done a fantastic job there. He's really created something good. Done it on the cheap as well. He's not had the big money to spend, so it's good to see it. So basically, I wish them all the best, really. They're playing some good stuff, and long may their unbeaten run continue, but it'd be interesting to see how long they can continue it for. It's whether or not they're up for it or not. So we're going to go into League 2 now and talk about Luton Town as well, whether they can keep this unbeaten run going. Obviously, thumped Stevenage 7-1 on Saturday and went to a good team extra and won 4-1, and you really have to think, can they win League 2 this season? They've always flirted with promotions in the last couple of seasons, and you've just got to now think whether or not they can win League 2 under a good manager they're playing really well at the moment, under a good manager in Nathan Jones. They've got some good signings. Luke Berry's now hitting the high notes. He was brought in to replace Cameron McGeehan as well. James Collins was coming to replace the goals left by Jack Marriott in the summer as well. He's gone to better things with Peterborough in League 1. So it's good to see Luton clicking. I mean, they're a big club. They already shouldn't be in League 2, but as we've always seen, there's no divine right to be where you should be. And it's just good to see that they're actually putting some good form together. Been a bit inconsistent in the past couple of seasons, but they're now starting to prove that they might not be as inconsistent as people say they are, and they're perhaps stringing results back to back and really looking to press on and get some good wins. And also going into while I'm touching on League 2, I want to talk about Port Vale under Neil Aspin. He came in. It's not been the best, not been the easiest of jobs there. Michael Brown's only got 1 win in his tenure in charge in League 2 this season, but Neil Aspin's come in. And it's a bit like buses, really. He's waited so long for a win, he gets back-to-back 2 in a row. 3-1 win at home at Cheltenham on Saturday and a 3-0 away win at Morecambe last night. Tom Pope's in fantastic form as well, scoring plenty of goals. I think it's 4 goals in 2 games, I think it is, or 5 in 3, I'm not too sure. However, the stats don't really matter as he's scoring the goals he's brought in for, to be honest. And I think looking at the bottom of that League 2 table, I think Port Vale are probably a team who really could kick on, push up to mid-table and really move away from that bottom 2. And speaking of, and also a bit of a shock result last night was Forest Green going to Coventry and winning 1-0 thanks to a Keanu Marsh-Brown strike as well. That comes as a bit of a surprise to me. Coventry have been a bit up and down at home this season. And to go home to Forest Green, it's their first away win in league football as well. I mean, they've come up from the conference in the summer. And it's their first actual Football League win away from home. And it's good to see that. I mean, they're struggling as well. That win does give them a push into try and survive this season, champion in League 2, which is going to be quite hard considering the budget and the group of players they've got. They're a bit behind most of the teams in this division in terms of money, player quality, and things like that. But going to Coventry and getting a 1-0 win and a clean sheet's a fantastic morale-boosting result for them. And it might just be the turning point in their season, which they desperately needed. And also, speaking of the relegation scrap, Chesterfield's got a good away win at Crawley. Jack Lesser's first win in charge there, I think it is. He obviously needed that win as well, as pressure was really starting to mount on whether he was the right man for the job. And he's not been in the job for too long, but it's another big morale-boosting win. Like Forest Green Rovers, when you're down the bottom of the table, you need big wins, you need your main players to step up, and they did last night, and they got a good result against the Crawley side, who'll be in that bottom part of the table as well. And it's just whether or not they're going to be up for it this season or not, I'm not too sure. Harry Kill's trying to play some nice stuff down there, but he's a bit limited to what he can do with the budget. They've not got the budget like some of the other clubs in League 2 have, which is a bit tough. They've got one hand tied behind their back, really. And it's going to be a struggle for them this season. We're going to move back into League 1. We're going to discuss some of the other games in that as well. And we're going to discuss just what's going on with Blackpool at the moment. They're playing really well at the moment. Good win against Bury. Unlucky not to get more away at Walsall Saturday. Obviously, Solomon Otterball scored there. Curtis Tilt got the winning goal here against the Bury side. Lee Clark was also returning to Bloomfield Road, I think for the first time since he left Blackpool in 2015. Obviously, they got relegated in League 1 and he walked away from the job there, having failed to keep them up in the Championship. And Blackpool sitting 7th now, 20 points I think it is now, just occupying just outside the playoff places, and they're going quite well. So whether or not they can keep it up. Gary Bowyer is a good manager. The likes of Jimmy Ryan and Jay Spearing are 2 astute signs in the midfield. Sean Longstaff's playing well as well, on loan from Newcastle. And I think they'll have a good season. They'll finish mid-table comfortably. Whether or not they can consolidate, I'm not too sure. And then let's move back down into League 2. A big result for Cambridge United. They played well, beat Yeovil 2-1. A big morale-boosting win for them. And it was something that was definitely needed as well. Against the Yeovil side, they're probably going to struggle this year. Whether or not they're going to stay up this season, I'm not too sure. Again, the likes of Forest Green and Crawley and Chesterfield, they'll be in and around that bottom mix, trying to pick up points wherever they can. But I think Cambridge United's home form's not been too bad this season. I think 2 defeats, at home this season. It may be more, I'm not too sure. However, they're playing some good stuff at the moment, scoring a couple of goals at home. It was good to bounce back at home after that defeat to Wickham, which wasn't the best of results for them. But nonetheless, it was always good to get a good result at home against Yeovil. So you have it, guys. That's my League 2 Extra Time podcast. It's only a short one today. It's only a taster. But if you do like it, I hope you do. Hit the like and subscribe. And we'll see you on the next one, guys.